Okay, I'm starting this video by saying I am not sponsored. There are a ton of YouTubers out there who are sponsored by Audible. I am not sponsored by them. I'm not that cool, unfortunately, not yet at least. But I do use Audible, and I recently got in the whole world of audiobooks, and I want to make a video today explaining how Audible works, but more specifically, how the plans work. There's not many people out there talking about Audible as a service and kind of breaking down how the different audio plans work. It was really confusing for me when I first signed up, but I want to make sure I make a resource for someone else who may be interested in Audible but is getting confused by the different options available. So in this video, I'm doing just that. Hi there, if you're new around here, my name is Maneetpaul Singh. On this channel, we talk about tools and techniques to live a more productive and intentional life. I firmly believe that reading is a great way to live a more intentional life, and audiobooks, I think, are the productive way to read more books. Now, a few quick notes about audiobooks. This may sound a little obvious to some people out there, so please bear with me. These are the few things that were not obvious to me, and it sounds a little embarrassing, but I want to say them up front. Audiobooks cost money. Don't think of them like an add-on. When I first got into the world of audiobooks, I just thought you can buy additional add-ons for your Kindle books, like it's nothing special, but it turns out buying an audiobook is basically like buying a second version of the book you already own. So just like there's paperback books, hardcover books, Kindle books, audiobooks are simply another option to choose from. They are not just an add-on. Think of them like their own variant of all the other options you have available. Now, audiobooks are also pretty expensive if you buy them on their own. Typically, they could sometimes cost double the price of the paperback or Kindle book, sometimes even $40 depending how long the book is. It's really crazy how expensive they can be. It does make sense though, you're paying for that extra cost of someone standing there reading the entire book out loud, recording themselves. It does make sense why they're more expensive. Now, I do have an entire video that's just talking about reading books versus audiobooks. I won't be talking too much more about that in this video, but one thing I will say is if you own the Kindle book, you can typically get the audio narration of that book at a discounted price. If you want to see if that's available to you, go to your Amazon account on the website, go to your content library for digital downloads, and you can see there, just press the three dots and see if you have the option for adding audio narrations. You could do that directly through there, but for this video, I won't be talking about that. I'll be assuming that you're just listening to audiobooks on their own without the Kindle side of it. So with that out of the way, let me talk about how Audible works now. It is a bit confusing. They just recently changed how their plans are labeled and how they're all structured. The baseline price is $8 a month, about $7.95, and you pay that as a monthly fee for something called Audible Plus. Think of this tier as a Netflix subscription, but for books. You're basically paying Audible $8 a month for their entire Plus catalog of books. As long as you're subscribed, you can listen to any of those books, but once you cancel, you lose access to all of those books. This Plus catalog includes things like audiobooks, podcasts, lecture series. There are actually quite a few interesting things on there, but it is not the full catalog of Amazon books or audiobooks available. It's a very curated section of books, and it's not nearly containing the popular books that you're probably wanting to read. This is probably because of contracts and the way royalties work for certain books. Amazon simply cannot put up all their books for a monthly subscription. I really do hope they expand this catalog. I love the idea of paying a fixed monthly price and having access to everything instead of having to buy things one by one. I really love the Netflix approach, and I do think Amazon will expand upon this over time, but for right now, you are very limited on what options you have available to you for listening. Now, one book I did stumble upon in this Plus catalog when I first got Audible is something called The Compound Effect. It's a great book. I'm so happy I forced myself to look in this catalog for a good book, and I found this one book and I really enjoyed it. I want to recommend it. If you want to follow along with the books that I personally read, link in the description below for my Goodreads account, as well as my weekly newsletter where I constantly update everybody on the books I'm reading. But putting that aside, the catalog is there, but I don't think you're going to find all the popular books that you want to find. Where you will find the popular books that you're probably looking for is the Audible Premium Plus subscription, which is the next tier up. That starts at $14.95, which is about double the price, but it's still not that bad in terms of price, And the way this works is you get the whole Plus catalog plus one additional thing, which is called a credit. Think of this credit like your golden ticket. When you have a credit in your account, you can just redeem it for any audiobook in their premium selection, which is basically any audiobook Amazon has available, which is really, really cool because retail price for a lot of these audiobooks can be between $20 up to $40, and having to pay $14.95 for a credit every month is a steal when it comes to some audiobooks that are super expensive. So the basic $14.95 tier will get you one credit every single month. That one credit you can exchange for any audiobook in the premium catalog. Once you redeem the credit, you get to keep the book. So unlike the Audible Plus subscription, where once you cancel, you lose the books, with the premium one over here, once you redeem the credit, that book is yours, which is really, really cool. You're basically getting a book at a steep discount by using a credit instead of buying it retail. When I first got Audible, I got the Plus subscription, but when I quickly realized that all the books I wanted to read weren't in there, I upgraded to the $14.95 one credit a month plan. If you want to get 2 credits a month, the next option up is $22.95. That's the one that I actually upgraded to again. When I drive, I listen to audiobooks pretty fast and I quickly go through a book. So 2 credits a month is the next plan up for $22.95, and I ended up getting that one. Again, I really think that value is really, really good. The price of audiobooks is so much more than $22. You're getting a steep discount by using Audible credits. You could also go one step higher for paying 12 months in advance and getting 12 credits up front. Or if you really want to go crazy, you can pay for 24 months up front, get a bigger discount, and get 24 credits up front. Now, there are some considerations I want to call out over here. The first one being, if you have extra credits, they do expire after 12 months. So make sure if you get credits, you choose the plan that is working for you. The last thing you want is for these credits to expire. You can just redeem them and listen to the books later. Once you redeem a book, it's yours to keep. So there's no pressure to wait, but just make sure you don't let the credit expire. Don't get a plan with all these extra credits you're not going to use. Now, the other cool benefit of being an Audible subscriber is you get discounts on audiobooks. So say you use up all your credits and you want to just get an audiobook at a retail price, they will usually offer you a discount, which is really handy. There's no pressure to get all of these credits up front. You can get a lower plan and just see what works best for you. And then lastly, which is really awesome, you can change your plan at any time. You can cancel your plan at any time. I really love this a lot. I upgraded my plan twice once I subscribed to it, so you can always get a lower tier and then upgrade if you need to later on. Now again, this video is not sponsored. I have no connection to Audible whatsoever, but I do have an affiliate link down below if you want to support this channel and get a free trial that would support this channel. Thank you in advance for doing that. Also on the screen right now, link for my video about my love-hate relationship with audiobooks that compares audio reading to just physical reading and my thoughts on that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.